Hi everybody, welcome to your Everyday Math lesson. This is going to be a second part of lesson 6.5, practicing fraction multiplication. So we know how to multiply fractions. This is nothing new. We know that when you multiply fractions, you literally multiply straight across. Multiply straight across. What we're going to do today is we're going to take that idea that we know how to do now, and we're going to use real-world number problems that help us to practice the skill, okay? So Hannah bought a package of 12 pens. She took 2/3 of the pen to school. How many pens did Hannah take to school? Okay, so 12 pens. She took 2/3 of the pens. So I know the word of means multiply. So using this part of my question right here, this part of my number model, I can write my answer, using this part of my number story, I can write my number model. 2/3 of the pens. 2/3 of the pens. That's it. Equals P. Now, I know that I can multiply straight across this way. I also know that I can multiply by the top, divide by the bottom. Those are my options. So I'm going to do it with my pink pen, doing it my original way, like my favorite way. And then I'll do it the other way with another color pen, with my green pen, okay? So when I multiply by the top, divide by the bottom. All right, 12 times 2 is 24. Divided by 3 is 8. That's how I got that answer. I multiply by the top and then divide by the bottom. Here we go. 2/3 times 12 over 1. Multiply straight across. Twelve times 2 is 24 over 3. And then I know that I need to rename that because it is an improper fraction and we don't like improper fractions. The way I do that is 24 divided by 3. 24 divided by 3 is 8. My answer for this question would be 8. Easy. Let's try number 2. Craig is walking to a grocery store that is 3/4 a mile away. When he was half of the way to the grocery store, he ran into his friend Greg. How far had Craig walked when he saw Greg? Half of the whole way. So 1/2 of means multiply. The whole way to the store is 3/4. Done. That's my number model. Finding a number model, especially with a multiplication problem like this, is super easy, especially if you really look at how the question is worded. I want you to take a minute and I want you to do the math for this question. Any way you choose. You can do multiply, divide, or multiply straight across. You choose and find your answer. I'm going to give you a minute. Go ahead and pause the video, do the math, and then let's play it again. All right, here we go. I'm going to do this one. Now, I can't do multiply by the top, divide by the bottom with this one. I can't. Because they're both fractions, like this way, you just can't. So this time you really do have to just multiply straight across. So 1/2 times 3/4. Multiply straight across. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 4 is 8. Done. He walked 3/8 of a mile. Awesome. Number 3. Lamar is researching postage stamps from different years. One stamp measured 7/8 of an inch by 2/3 of an inch. What is the area of the stamp? Now, when I find area, it's length times width, right? Well, you have it in the question. What is your number model? Take a minute, make sure you have it written down. Let's go. My number model would be 7/8 times 2/3 equals A, because I'm finding my area, right? Multiplying straight across with this one. Absolutely. 7 times 2 is 14. 8 times 3 is 24. 14/24 inches. Absolutely. Now, if I wanted to divide and rename this, I could. Remember, I did show you how to do this before. I know that both of these numbers can be divided very easily by 2, so I'm going to do that. 14 divided by 2 is 7. 24 divided by 2 is 12. So your answer also could be 7/12. I would accept 14/24, but again, this is taking it to the next step. Next year, you're going to have to do this. All right, and finally, Phoebe's class has filled 3/4 of a box with food donations. The class wants to collect 4 times as much by the end of the food drive. How many boxes does Phoebe's class want to fill? She wants 3/4, or they have 3/4 of a bag, but they want 4 times as many. What is your number model? All right, some of you are going to say, well, it says a box. Yeah, but it doesn't tell you how much would fill a box. Not what this question is asking. It wants 4 times this much. It's a little different. So we're going to do 4 times 3/4 equals F for food. All right, this one you could do 2 ways. Multiply and then divide, or multiply straight across. You choose the way that works best for you. Find your answer, and then you may continue. Remember, when you have a whole number, you can put it 4/1. You should be working. All right, I'm going to use the multiply straight across first. 4/1 times 3/4. Awesome. 4 times 3 is 12. Over 1 times 4 is 4. And then I know it's an improper fraction, so I have to divide. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Let me do my other way. So I'm going to multiply by the top, I'm going to divide first this time. Divide by the bottom. 4 divided by 4 equals 1. And then I'm going to multiply that by 3 equals 3. Awesome. Now, this is the fun part. This is the part that I enjoy. This is where you get to write a number sentence. Now, the good thing is you have 4 very good number sentences that you can use to model your answer. Change the numbers, and it's very similar, and that's okay. Okay? So I'm going to do kind of the same things. This one talks about somebody with a package of pens. Maybe I'm going to talk about somebody with a package of markers. Okay? This one talks about miles to the grocery store. Maybe I'm going to talk about feet away from the door. I can use these to be my number models, right? So I'm going to look at this problem. It looks like it's going to be a fraction times a fraction. So the two questions I can look at are number 3 and number 2. Those two questions are in the same format. So I'm going to use those when I'm making my number story. Now, a number story is a story problem. All right, here we go. I'm going to use the miles. All right. So it's Craig is walking to the grocery store. So Miss Gilman is walking to the park. It is 5/6 miles away, or mile away, 5/6 of a mile away. Now the other one's half. So when I'm halfway there, something happens. Okay, so when she is halfway there, Lincoln falls asleep. He fell asleep, right? Okay, this one says, how far had he walked when he saw Greg? Okay, so how far had she walked when, oh, he fell asleep, right? He fell asleep. Awesome. Great. Now I get to do my math. I'm going to go ahead and just do it up here while I can, because I can do it pretty quickly up here. 5 times 1 is 5. 6 times 2 is 12. So 5/12ths of a mile. That would be my answer. Pause the video if you need to in order to write the number story. I do want you to try to do one on your own. On your math boxes today, one of the questions will be for you to write a number story or write one with the same fraction. I do want you to write your own version. Do not write a version that I have on this paper exactly word for word. You can change the names just like I did. Make sure you have the numbers changed. Do what you need to do. But you're going to write a number story, and I'm going to see how well you do. All right? All right. Have a great day, guys. I will see you later.